What is the easiest strategy to increase diversity in the 3PL industry in Japan?
I think this is a very easy one. The easiest strategy would be make female leadership visible, no matter whatever. No excuse, right? There's no chicken and egg conversations. Like I said, diversity comes into a price. It's not easy. Easy to say, hard to do. But if you don't start to do it, then everything just end up like an empty story. And how to make the female leadership visible, it is indeed just like Misuzu just giving us good examples in her presentation. Today, we have female leadership all in this panel, and I already recognize that we're so different with each other. And that difference is also a component, a very important component of diversity. And if we add this diversity, this unique factors that each of us have, add that to the already diversified male leaderships, and then there sometimes could create some chaos. For example, in the very traditional world, there's a certain type of leadership, the men-dominated kind of leadership, right? You can call it old style, old fashioned, whatever. Right. And then most of the female, especially in Japan or in the Asian culture, were not educated to take the leadership. And for example, in my previous career, I won't say the name, but it's a Japanese company. So there's a lady senior than me, and she was given the leadership. And how she reacted to that role is the way a woman in an organization, there's a certain unspoken rules that you behave. Even you ask your subordinates to do some work. It's so different if a man does it or a woman does it. And especially because she was elder than me, so you can regard her the previous generation than me, right? So there's more hardship for her to overcome in order to take the leadership. However, the responsibility of her needs to keep the ball rolling, needs to, deliver what is supposed to be delivered. So she still used her own way of the leadership, which let other people, including her subordinates, feel like, okay, that's the sign of lack of leadership. But I see it differently. She tends to use a very soft way to ask people. But for me, that's the way, based on her experience, the best way to have male move. You might see it as a lack of leadership, but the organization runs. And from that, I catch a glimpse of the diversity of leadership. That's for her generation. And since she paved the way, and for the next generation like me, when we come up, we choose not to use her style. We use more manly style or my style. So this is a real diversity examples. And when we invite the females into the leadership teams, we need to accommodate that. We shouldn't just expect one style of leadership come in play. There might be more kinds of style than we expected. So what we should learn to understand, we observe, we don't judge. We need to understand why the leadership is going to be like that. So I'm trying to explain why I'm saying diversity comes with a price. The price is the time you invest, the understanding you try to put in. And if we do that, then the diversity will become more natural. So we're just touching upon the easiest strategy. However, the easiest strategy takes the longest time and it takes the deepest efforts to realize.